culture beyond textiles. And I think that's what is the genesis of everything that we do, that how we celebrate culture and not just textiles. So we have Sobhita here, and that's why I think you were our first choice to be the face and the voice of the brand, because you are about multifaceted roles. You have actually gone through various platforms, whether it is film, whether it's OTT, whether it's international cinema, regional cinema. And I think these choices that you've made define you. So how and why did this happen? And is it something that just happened organically, or is it something that you have actually thought it through and this is how you want to show yourself to the rest of the world?
I think the choices that we make along our journey, in those circumstances, what I most felt connected with, I did that. So looking back, I can look at it like a, okay, maybe there's a pattern, maybe there is, something, but I don't think it was so deliberate. I instinctively did what I felt for, and looking back, it's not bad.
So also, of course, you wear the sari. The sari doesn't wear you. So you almost wear it like a second skin, and that's the beauty of the sari, because sari is all about fluidity. It's about individual personality. It's about how you drape it and just own it. But yes, we are definitely all about handloom textiles, and we do handloom textiles in various forms, not just sari, but we are here to obviously celebrate sari as a form. Is there something that you sort of consider, what is the heirloom quality in this that you actually cherish? Because what we believe is, and what you see, we actually create heirlooms for the future. So we like to call them that, because this is something what, people generally get it as passed on over generations. But if you invest in them today, these are saris which will also go further to the next generation. So is there any heirloom memory that you have, or how do you look at this aspect?
It's like what you said earlier. I literally like how skin sits differently on different frames,
Right.
different bodies, big, small, whatever color, shape. All of our skins look different, right? The way they sit on the body. I think of the sari as the same thing. The same sari doesn't look the same on two people. The same sari doesn't look like the same sari on the same person,
Right.
if they're in a different mood. So the versatility and the fluidity of a sari, I think, is incredibly beautiful, and it's almost like a physical song.
Right.
you know there is a certain poetry to it. Of course, I had always been very drawn to a sari ever since I was a kid, because I couldn't wait for Teachers' Day, because that's when we were allowed to wear a sari,
Right.
to dress up as a teacher. And the college farewell, these were the first brushes. But when it's almost like, oh, someday I'm going to be a woman. And how was that marked? Because you were allowed to wear a sari. It
Right.
becomes so synonymous with being beautiful for a kid. When our conversation about the sari first happened on a Zoom call long back,
That's right.
I was very moved by how passionate you were and how much respect you had for sari, because it's not just textile, right? It's not just garment. Sure, there's so much technicality that we can appreciate, but it's really the cultural motif of India, and Aadyam's efforts towards that, I have immense respect for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So also I would like to say that handloom is not just about the art form, but it's also about livelihood. It is actually the second largest, like in the terms of Indian population, the second largest community is actually involved in handloom after agriculture. So I think this is also a facet that you touched upon earlier, that you really feel for the community, you feel for the art form, and is that why you chose us?
I feel like you guys chose me, and for that I am incredibly grateful
Thank you.
because you're really spearheading something so important, so special, and so necessary. There are, I mean, this is really not a Save the Sari campaign, right? Saris have always been out there as the most celebrated garment in our country. They still are, and they will be. I don't think they are endangered in any form. I think what is really special now is how a lot of young people are taking pride in rediscovering their roots. Things that, like in my case, for example, I moved out of Vishakhapatnam. I came to Mumbai. I was 16, and I was so excited and eager to not be like that and be like all these things. And but then, as the years go on, not only do you grow up, but you also grow inwards. And life is a return to your roots. And the sari is a great visual metaphor of that. It adapts to you and makes you feel exactly as who you are. So I don't think a sari is endangered in any form. People are falling back in love with it, and it's a love story that will always shine.
See, that's exactly why you are the voice for the brand. So, what is your personal choice for saris? I mean, any particular sari, like we did the shoot the other day, any particular sari that you really enjoyed wearing, or even what you're wearing today, if you want to say something about that. But,
I think I'll talk about this one because this is
okay.
such an unexpected coming together of a Banarasi silk. And I don't know if you guys can see it, it's a houndstooth sort of a design, which is associated with
Menswear mostly.
menswear.
Right.
It's quite British, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, that's right.
So when that meets the sari, uh, it's it's such an easy dance. There's it's so creatively put together. It's so beautiful, and it asks you to lean in a little bit to see what's been tucked in there. I love this. I saw it, and the minute I saw it, I really wanted to wear it. Um, what do I really like in saris in terms of weaves? So I don't know so much. I am learning. I am exploring. Um, a lot of the things that I used to look at pictures and be like, "Wow, that's so beautiful." Uh, when I wore it, I felt, okay, maybe this is not for me, and there were some which I thought maybe that's not me. But when I did wear it, I felt it like it was an absolutely seamless experience. So finding what you love within a sari is also a journey where you kind of get to know yourself a little better. Since about a couple of years, I've been researching away on saris, and I'm actually greatly in love with the textiles from my state because I've started to explore those around the time of a little before my wedding, because I wanted to wear things that I saw in the photographs of the women in my family, and it looked so beautiful to me. So some of the textiles from Andhra, the Venkatagiri weaves,
Yes.
Uppada, like we spoke about. Uh, you've done Pochampally cluster,
That's right.
but there's so much to explore, so much nuance.
And if you don't mind asking, can I ask how many saris do you own? I mean, how many times do you fall in love to actually just buy a sari?
I think that it's like a question, like you don't ask a woman her age, you don't ask how many saris I own. The answer
Fair
is
enough.
not
Fair
enough saris.
Fair enough. Yes, that's really true. So also building on what you said earlier, the Gen Z and the millennials are also looking at it with a different lens, and they're also owning it. So any further, like, do you think that what we create, let's say at Aadyam or whatever you've seen of us, do you think we are in the right direction to actually make them feel good about wearing saris? Because that's what is required. Because I think the last generation wore it as just their normal daily life. Now today people are wearing it more for occasions. But I think the life of handloom, which is where mostly saris are from, is actually in people owning it in an everyday life. So anything that you'd like to say on that aspect? Like normalizing it.
one thing I realized a little while ago is that when we say sari is a drape, we literally have to use it like a drape, right? We only do the conventional, like this, the navy drape.
Right.
But beyond this, there are so many styles of wearing a sari that can very beautifully adapt to whatever functionality you need. Like back in the day, women, when they needed to kind of move freely, they would wear it the dhoti style. So I feel like if we can get experimental with it, I think we can have a lot more fun with it. And a sari doesn't just become, something that you're stiff in, but it moves with you.
That's
And as far as um, younger people discovering or rediscovering saris go, I think the love affair has rekindled.
Yeah.
Thanks to I would never thought I would say this, but actually thanks to social media, because I feel there are people out there who putting out content, sharing it in a way that connects with people,
Right.
and I see the change.
I think like I find it most inspiring when I see women riding a bike in a sari. I mean, you could pretty much do everything in a sari. That's right. So also with now that you're married and with your schedules, with your various, every day is a new day, and therefore, how do you actually find time and occasion? Do you think that you normally tend to choose sari for more family occasions or more special occasions, or do you try and incorporate it yourself in your regular wardrobe as well?
Wearing it for occasions has always been the norm, but beyond that, I think there have been many days when I just wanted to feel the feels. So I wore a sari on a random weekday or a weekend when I step out. I mean, I don't relegate it to like, oh, is the occasion, like hectic enough for a sari? I don't think like that anymore. I think of sari as something. Okay, what kind of a sari can I wear for this?
Right.
Okay, I'm at home, maybe I can explore malmal, maybe I can explore something else. So for me, a sari it's not a distant thing that I have to find an occasion for. Uh, and I mean, it's so easy for all of this to sound like some kind of a brand conversation, but I want to put this out there because I think it's really special. Aadyam is a social enterprise. So all profits made go back to the weaving community, and I think that is something that's really, really commendable. If this was just a conversation where, we are pushing a narrative because we want, I don't know, we want to benefit out of it, that's one way of, promoting something. But here is, I think, an opportunity for us to put this brand in the spotlight for people, not only to discover what they love so much about textile and handloom in India, but also to give back to the community that makes it possible. I think it's really special, it's really rare, and it's completely my privilege to partner with Aadyam. I want to say this. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lastly, I'm just going to go back to culture beyond textile. So we celebrate art, cinema, performing arts, music, Kathak, all sorts of cultural facets that define India, and that's how we do the storytelling. That's how we talk to our audience. So now that you are the voice of the brand, is there a message that you would like to give our audience as to how they should really own it and perceive it?
I would just say that people should lean in to fabrics, because once you understand the complexity and the magic and the beauty of textile, there's no going back. I think that's a love story that can be extremely fun, glamorous, exciting, philosophical even. So I would say people should explore fabric and textile with a little more interest, and because that's what changed it for me. When I discovered that, I suddenly felt like Narnia has opened and there's a whole other world out there.
No, no, which is what it's the immersive world that we also try and create with
Yeah,
it, and
it's-
hope to do that with you over the next few months. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you,
the part
thank
of
you.
this,
Thank you so much.
and we really enjoyed having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.